Shalom, family. Shalom. This brother Moshe Ben Yahuda Yisrael. Or simply Ben. Got a little late night live stream for y'all. I know it's late night. It's probably late in some of y'all areas, but I just want to come on here and share my thoughts about this. Should the police be defunded? You got a lot of people around here talking about defund the police. They want the police defunded, but you gotta look at it, you gotta think about the long term. You see, we got the cops, they do their stuff, we got issues with police brutality and all that, but if you was to defund the police and take the police out of the equation, we'll be like a third world country. Because think about it, in some of these third world countries where the law is not really upheld, the criminals gonna have more power. That's why I'm against taking guns away. Shalom, reigning woman. Shalom. Exactly. They should not be defunded because it'll be a third world country. The criminals will have power. The criminals will have power, and the civilians or the innocent people, they'll be the victims. So it'll be a third world country. Because you go like to some countries in South America or some countries in Africa, the criminals are running the show. They are running everything. They got the government in their pocket. They got the police in their pocket. So defunding the police, that'll be a bad thing to do. And it's not going to happen. Not in the United States, because you got to think about the people in high society. They got too much stuff to protect. They got a lot of assets they got to protect. So I'm sorry, they're not going to defund no police around here or in the whole United States. I think they should not defund the cops, because you need the law enforcement. If you defund the police, you're going to have anarchy. And let's be real, fam. Nobody ready for no anarchy, because let's just say if all the police would just throw their badge down and say we all going on strike, it'll be chaos. It'll be anarchy and chaos. The criminals will have an upper foothold on the innocent. It'll be mass chaos. So you need law and order in society. You need law and order, because without law and order, you have chaos and dysfunction. So, and you gotta look at it like this. We all got relatives that's probably in the law enforcement. I'm sure some of us probably got a cousin or uncle or aunt, a distant cousin that's in law enforcement. If you defund the police, you're taking money out their pockets, and they got families too. They still people, they still people. But, you got some of these people out there talking about they need to defund the police. Like they have the old saying, be careful what you wish for, because it could come back, it could turn out to be worse. Like I said, you gotta look at these third world countries like South America, some parts of Mexico. Man, the criminals are like Mexico, for example. The cartels run Mexico. Yeah, Mexico has a government. They got governments and law enforcement, but the cartel run Mexico. They run Mexico. The drug cartels, even though there's different branches of them, they run Mexico. And the government, they don't fear nobody in Mexico. They'll go after anybody, But it's just something we gotta just deal with, because you gotta obey the law. Like when we deal with the cops, they taught us that do what they tell you to do. Don't argue with them. Just comply with them. Don't especially in this day and age with all this going on, and it been that way. Yes, you got crooked cops out there. You do have crooked cops, but you got a lot of cops that just want to do their job, and it's a stressful job too. A lot of people tell me it's a stressful job being an officer of the law. Just like in the military, it's stressful being in the military. They be under a lot of stress and pressure, and then they probably going through stuff in their households and stuff, or their marriage. So there's a lot of pressure on these men and women that's in law enforcement or the armed forces, like the military, especially the military, because you overseas all the time. You're constantly moving around from place to place, It could be a lot of stress on a person. But yeah, the funding the police, uh-uh, that's not gonna work because it's just gonna, even though it's not gonna work, it's just gonna give the criminals more power. And it's gonna be more anarchy. And it's not gonna happen because you're gonna have a lot of people, they ain't gonna go for that. Not in the United States. They ain't defunding nothing. They're not gonna defund them. Because if they do that, they decide to do that, it's gonna be a third world country in America. It's gonna be anarchy, chaos. It's gonna be like on RoboCop, the RoboCop movie when they show Detroit all chaotic and stuff. That's how it's gonna be. It's gonna be a war zone. Major cities gonna turn into war zones. Crime rate is gonna skyrocket. Definitely, crime rate is gonna skyrocket. It's gonna be bloodbaths. So you need law and order. You need law and order. Because if they defund the police, you ain't gonna be able to walk outside, and for sure the Gentiles, they ain't going for that, because they already walking in fear, they always looking behind, they ain't going for defunding no police. Mm-mm. They're not going for that. So especially the rich ones, they got stuff they want to hold on to, they ain't going for that. Yup. It's not gonna work. Like I said, it's a little late live stream. I don't expect people to come through because it's late. I went live the other night for 4 hours. One thing about these live streams, they drain you. They wear you out, but hey, it's all worth it though. Mm-hmm. But yeah, that's a bad option though. They ain't gonna defund them. But let's see who gonna come through. Maybe I have went live a little earlier, but it's all good though. Like I said, it might not even be on here that long anyway. I just wanted to share my thoughts about that. Defunding the police. I think they should not defund them. Even though you have these incidents that's happening and stuff, and you got crooked cops out there. Yeah, you got your crooked cops, but you still need law and order. You still need law and order. And then you see YouTube, they be messing with the notifications too. YouTube, they mess with the notifications. So y'all, for all my new subs that sub to my channel, make sure y'all hit that notification bell. Make sure y'all hit that notification bell because YouTube, they shadow ban my channel. They shadow ban a lot of people's channel, especially when you speaking your mind about certain topics. They're gonna shadow ban your channel. So for all my new subs, make sure y'all hit that notification bell. Click it if you want. Let's just say if they defund the police. Now what? If they defund let's just say if they decide to defund the police in some states. Let's see, like states like open carry, like Texas. If they defund the police in a state like Texas, which is an open carry state, man, it's gonna be a war zone. It's gonna be like the Wild Wild West in Texas all over again. You're gonna have shootouts every day in Texas. If they defund the police, it's just gonna be wars. Militia's gonna rise up, fighting over turf. It'll be chaos. It'll be utter chaos. because it's like that in some third world countries. You know, certain parts in third world countries you can't go to certain areas because if you wear like jewelry, if they know you from America and you wear like a gold chain or a silver chain, man, they'll kill you on the spot because they already see us Americans as with money and rich, especially in these poor countries, in these third world countries. They think every American got money. They think every American is rich, and that's false. Not every American is rich, you know. So you got to be careful when you visit these foreign countries, these third world countries, you know. And you don't want to wear nothing flashy like jewelry, rings, and all that. You don't want to wear no flashy jewelry because they'll kill you for it and they'll sell it, trying to make a profit off. And you see, it's so bad in them third world countries. The police out there, they shoot their criminals. They rarely arrest criminals. They shoot to kill. They shoot them because it's so bad in them third world countries. It's like war zones. And you see, we gotta like when we was growing up, we was taught to, you gotta respect the authority. Like this generation, they don't respect authority. The younger generation of today, they don't respect authority figures. And then when they buck up against the authorities and get dealt with, they want to cry. No, you got to teach these youngsters, man, to respect authority, whether it's the authority of the police, whether it's authority in their households. Because you see a lot of the youngsters today, they don't respect authority in their own household. They don't respect the grandmas, the grandpas, the aunties, the uncles, the parents. They just have no respect for no authority. And that's not right. You gotta respect authority. When we was growing up, we respect authority. And we got out of line, they checked us. They checked us for if we get out of line, they'll check us. Whether it was with a warning, or most of the time it'll be a back slap or spanking. You respect authority. But you see, in this day and age, you got all the CPs and the child protection law. A lot of youngsters, man, they just want to overpower their parents, want to walk over their parents. No, parents need to lay down the law, especially if they're not paying no bills in that house, them children. Lay down the law. You got a lot of children do that though. They want to walk over their parents and stuff. No, they're supposed to respect authority. Straight up. But yeah, it's not going to happen. I know you got a lot of people wanting to defund the police, but it's not going to happen. I hate to say it, it's not going to happen. It's not going to happen. And you should not want them to defund the police because if they defund the police, you could end up being a victim. Because it'll give the criminals more power. Just like if they take the guns away from the citizens, it'll give the criminals more power because a criminal, they're going to get a gun by any means necessary. They don't care. Because a criminal, they get guns anyway. That's how it is in some of these foreign countries that have strict gun laws. The criminals don't care. They're going to still get a hold of a firearm. They still going to get a hold of a firearm. I am not with it, family. It's not going to happen. Oh, no, it's not going to happen. I don't care how much the liberals and people want to vote against. It's not happening. They ain't not getting rid of the law enforcement. It's not going to happen. Because, especially amongst the rich communities, and the Gentiles ain't going for that. They ain't going for that. But all right, I'm gonna go ahead and shut this live down. I don't think too many people coming through. I just wanted to talk about this anyway. I just want to share my thoughts about it. So I'm gonna go ahead and shut it down. Thank you for tuning in, Randy woman. You have a peaceful night rest. I'm gonna go ahead and shut it down. Go ahead and shut it down.